everyone! So today we are going to be finishing every single series I'm in the middle of. Not really every single series, but we're going to be continuing every single series I'm in the middle of. I first saw Just Allie was the first person I saw do this, but I know Alexa Ray has also done it, as well as some other booktubers. So I decided to do it. First, I am going to read Two Twisted Crowns. I just read One Dark Window, which is the first one. This is a duology. Duology? I don't know how to say it. Please tell me how to pronounce it. So I absolutely loved the first one, gave it a 5 out of 5. Pretty much it's about a girl who has magic in a world that you can't have magic. You get executed for that. Which I love those kind of worlds. I love them so much. Pretty much in this world, to cure this bad magic infection mist thing that's going on, you need to collect all 12 cards. They're called Providence cards, and you need to collect all 12 of the set, and that's how you get rid of this that's going on. She teams up with some people to try to collect them, and that's the story. The first one was so good. So I can't wait to get into this one. Hi guys, so I started Two Twisted Crowns today, and I'm already like halfway through, more than halfway through, because it's so good. I was reading it and I just couldn't put it down. I'm sorry I didn't videotape anything, but anyway, I just want to tell you about my thoughts so far. It gets right into the action, like right away. So I have my phone right here, so because I have some notes written down. But it gets right into the action right away from where you left off. So that's amazing that you don't have this weird awkward time, because I feel like some books, when you start another one in the series, it doesn't get right into it sometimes. But this one it did. And I'm getting all the feels that I was getting before. It follows, the point of view is more than just the ones you got in the first book, which I'm loving. There may or may not be another love romance blossoming. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say anything, but it's really good so far. I do also love, I noticed it in the first book, but I feel like it's more prominent in this book, is they use, you know how in some fantasies they, instead of being like, oh my god, or are you, come on, or something like that, more like, oh my god, they're like trees. So instead of being like, goodness Audrey, they'd be like, trees Audrey. And it just makes me giggle, because if you read the first book, pretty much everybody's last name in this village is a tree. So they're revolve around trees. It just cracks me up. Anyway, and then I kind of wanted to mention in chapter 22, if you read this book, chapter 22 had me like this. This is me reading the book, kicking my feet, and then chapter 27, this isn't really a spoiler because it's not that big of a deal, but they were having not a ball, but a dinner where a lot of people came, and they dressed as trees. They literally dressed as their family trees. That is just hilarious to me. Can you imagine going to this castle and dressing as a tree? That's so weird. I marked a page. Oh. Again, I mentioned in the first book. So in the first book, there was a part where something happens to the girl, and the boy does like the same thing back to the person who did it to her type thing. And I love when that happens, when it's like kind of like revenge-ish. Now, I can't. But if you know page 224, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Now it's like almost the other way around. But I'm going to keep reading. I think I'm going to try to finish this tonight. Even though it's getting late, it's already 11 o'clock. I kind of just want to stay up and binge it because I'm loving it. So I'll keep you updated. So I just finished chapter 32. And I'm not happy with something that just happened. I'm like, no, I didn't want this to happen, but I kind of assumed it would. But I didn't want it to. I really didn't want it to. Okay, I think I know. So there's a riddle going on, but I think I already know the answer to it. I'm pretty sure I do. Because I'm not going to say much, but I think I know. I know it. I know it. My eyes flicked to the other page, you know? And I spoiled it. But I knew it. I knew it. I'm still gonna read though. Yep. 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 Hi guys. So I just finished Two Twisted Crowns and I think I'm gonna rate it a 5-star. This series was so freaking good. So this one follows the first one. And I can't really tell you much about this one because of the first one, but there was a new romance subplot that was going on as well as the original one, and the characters, I was just so attached to them. I do wish we got more of Emery in this book. I'm not going to tell you Emery's story because, yeah, but I do wish we got more of Emery. Besides that, I felt like this was so beautiful. It was so good. So good. And I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I heard a rumor she might be writing, Rachel Gillig might be writing more in this universe, and I would love that because I loved this universe. So I think since I'm still in the fantasy mood, I'm going to go on to Iron Flame, which is the second one of the, I don't even know how to say it. I'm going to start Iron Flame, which is thick, but we're going to do it. So I finished Iron Flame after what felt like years. It took me so long to finish that book. It was such a struggle, guys. It was such a struggle. And I didn't film much just because I was like struggling so much at reading it for some reason. But I did finish it. And I am in the middle of moving right now. So it's packed up in a box. That's why I don't have it with me. But I did finish it.
And I rated it 3 stars. Yeah. Yep. 3 stars. So pretty much I just had such a hard time getting into the book, and there was points in the book that were just so slow to me. There was a lot that happened in the book, enough that I feel like it could have been, there was 2 parts of it. I feel like those could have been 2 separate books at how long it was. And I heard some other people on TikTok saying that, and I totally agree with them. It definitely could have been split up into multiple books instead of just one. Another thing that, I don't know, this is probably controversial, but I felt like Xaden and Violet's relationship is all physical. And I know in this book they did touch on that, and they're like, no, it's not physical. But like almost every single scene, I feel like they're like, oh my gosh, I want to do more with you, and we can't. Or they are doing spicy scenes. And don't get me wrong, I love a good spicy scene. I love spice in a book. But for some reason, it just didn't hit this time, and I was disappointed. And I feel bad saying that because I know a lot of people loved it, and this series is so beloved. Is that the so loved, beloved? Does that work? I don't know. Anyway, and if she keeps producing 600-page books, I don't know if I can continue. I mean, it left on a cliffhanger where I was like, okay, I need to continue. But not gonna lie, when I finished the book, I had to look up and make sure what I thought in my head happened actually happened, because I was so confused for a second there. I was like, what the heck? So then I looked it up, and I was correct. So I'm not that stupid, but no. Guys, if you didn't understand, you're not stupid, because I was there too. I'm not calling you stupid. Please don't get mad at me. Yeah. I wanted to love this book so much. I really, really did. And there was some parts that were like, holy crap, like this part right here is 5-star. But like the rest of the book wasn't, so it like pushed it down. If you know what I mean, like it did give me good feelings in some parts of the book, but in whole it just wasn't there. I don't know. I do love the dragons though. The dragons are my favorite part of the book. I want some dragons. Also, I love when like the minds communicate. That's one of my favorite like micro-tropes. I don't know if it's a micro-trope. I feel like it is, because that's not like a trope. Is it a micro-trope? Anyway, it's one of my favorite when like you can communicate, so I love that the dragons can do that. I don't think I did though. It's kind of hard to talk about second books, and I was gonna read a 3rd book in this video. I just couldn't do it. After spending weeks on Iron Flame, I said, I can't do it. I need to end this video. It's too much for me right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I really, really wish it would have gone better for me. It just did not hit like I wanted it to. So, I'll see you soon. Love ya, bye.